Don't tell anyone. I know Superman. Yeah, I know Clark Kent. You know, I came to the future or to the past to warn him about his past. He's going to become a great Superman, a hero to us all. He's going to save mankind. You know, Superman gave me his blood. So now I can run fast, I can fly, and I can shoot lasers out of my eyes. Don't tell anyone that I have superpowers. I can even defeat Goku. Goku have no chance. If you don't know who Goku is, well, he's the Monkey King. If you don't even know the Monkey King is, I'm sorry for you. But if you know who Goku is, yes. But don't worry. Gohan gave me his blood too. So I'm actually a super sane Superman in disguise. I can shoot the Kamehameha in my hands. Kamehameha! And I can shoot it. And then I can teleport over there. And I can teleport, no ninjas, no samurais have a chance against me. They can use their blades, they can use their throwing stars, but they cannot touch me. I'm too fast for them. They're like, hiya, hiya, what ha, and I can shoot um beams out of my hand. I learned that from Piccolo. If you don't know who Piccolo is, never mind that. So anyway, oh, and I want to tell you, Clark Kent is in my room right now. He's in the closet. Hey, Clark Kent, Clark Kent, come out here and tell the audience that you're in my room. Tell them that I'm your savior and I saved your life. And yeah, and then I'm, you know what? You know what's funny? I made Zod kneel before me. That's the day that I realized that we all could become gods. Like gods. I mean, think about it. We're gods. We're like we can do great things. So anyway, I think I was having too much fun with that. So this is a line from a episode of Smallville. I love Smallville. Um, I um, I I remember my best friend. He introduced me of Smallville, and I got hooked on it. Um, and then I've been watch Smallville for a long time. I grew up watching Smallville. If you don't know what Smallville is, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. He could have like if you watch him, he could have been heroes. So this is I'm going to read you, and it's going to change your life. It's going to change your mind and see a new, different way of living, or a different see. A lot of people get wrong, because I realize that too often we get told by people that we cannot do the thing that we cannot do, and sometimes we stay stuck in our past. So let's talk about it. So this episode, or I checked it on YouTube, it was episode 200. Anyway, Brainiac bring him, or actually they got the Legion. I haven't watched it for a while, but uh, Brainiac has the Legion ring, and what happened is I forgot what happened, and I think Clark Kent grabbed his finger and get the Legion ring, and he went to the future. Anyway, he saw the Clark Kent went to the future, and he saw what happened. So let's bring this to the present moment to see how your life could have been if we dare to dream up a great future for us. Dream up a big picture. Brainiac said, "I wanted you to see your darkness does not only lies on dwelling in our past, but also in fearing the future." Clark Kent say, um, "I always hope my life be like this with Lois, with all of it. Lately, I stopped believing that it could actually happen." Brainiac says, "Well, that's up to you, isn't it? You don't need to worry about the future, Kal-El. You can see that it's just fine. As long as you shed the weight of the past. Clark Kent said, "You're right. I've been so buried my mistake of my past, so worried about the responsibility of the future. I lost sight of the present." Brainiac says, "A hero is made in the moment, not from questioning the past, fearing what to come. Just remember that, Kella. Remember, a hero is made in a moment. Hero doesn't too many times we think a hero start tomorrow, or greatness, or excellent start tomorrow, or maybe someday I'll go after my dream. Maybe someday I do something great with my life. A lot of people live in the someday IO, and sometimes they don't know that they're trapped in this world. The reason why I read this is because when I go after my dream, sometimes I let negativity get into my way in my brain, and sometimes, like Clark Kent said, I stop believing that it actually could happen, because so many of our life are clouded by darkness, that we haven't released our potential, and most of the time we stop believing in miracles. We stop believing that dreams could actually happen for us. So we stop. And then this one, here we go. We oftentimes we throw we dwell on our past. And then when we dwell on our past, it's in fearing the future. That means that it's the future that, since we're dwell on so much on our past, we could it destroy the future that we could have created today. But like Clark Kent said, he's been buried by his mistakes of his past. And oftentimes, I am the same. I've been buried by so much of my past, of who I was and what I did in the past. I have to let that go and heal what I need to be, and to release the potential that we could have been. But instead of wishing, most people wish and hope to be great, to someday they will be successful. But so many of us, and so many of you, and so have I, have been buried by our past, and we let that hold us back from achieving greatness, from achieving our goals in life. For you, you guys don't aim because you have been told that your mistakes are you, that you're defined by your mistakes, and so your mistakes and failure, you can never get past the failure, the past mistakes. So often we forget that those past mistakes, those past failures aren't who we are as a human being. As we can, I think that so often that we look back to our past failures, we look at it as if we're completely losers, and that we've been told by society, we've been told by people that we are losers, and we played that stories. A long time ago, I played a story in my head when I was a kid that I was a loser because all my friends, all my classmates, all my peers went on to do great things with their life. They got A's, B's, maybe they're valedictorian of their school, and they went to university, and I felt like I wasn't amount to anything. But I realized the day that I went to boarding school that I could achieve greatness. Greatness is not defined by your parents. It does not define by your peers. It defined by who you want to be or who you want to become. Now, a lot of people get wrong in the spiritual community. They believe that winning is competitive. Winning is competition. Yeah, it may say that in the definition, but I would say winning, most If you're a competitive person, that may be winning is competitive for you. That's competition for you. But others, I have found through reading all the comments, and I saw winning is not what you think it is. You have to define what winning is for you. Uh, Winning can mean many things. Maybe a happy family, that's winning for you. Maybe you want to draw and become a great artist, that's winning for you. Maybe you want to become something more with your life, that's winning. Winning and success does not define by what people think it is, it's by what you think it is. Now all of us can become heroes. All of us, we look up to great heroes all the time. We look up to celebrities. We look at, there are our heroes, but we can become our own hero. We can define our where we stand. We can do. We can. You know what amazed me? We think that we cannot become great. We think that we cannot become uh like the celebrity that we watch on TV, but we can. It's just that we often so much time that we tell ourselves that we're not worthy of our goals. We're not worthy of what need to be done. You know, and I have seen that in my life. I, if I could have told that I was worthy of achieving my dream, I would have achieved my dreams a long time ago. But I held myself so much back because of the story that I play in my mind, the story that I play, the past. See, you see, I've come to realize the past, that if we don't bury the past and we let the past resurface in our mind, you know what it does to us? It affects the relationship that you have with people, and it also affect how you do things in the future. But if we know that the past does not define who we can become, so we must spread our wings and fly, and we must spread it and do what, not do the best we can, but give it the best you can. And you see, greatness lies within, and that's also lies what you do today. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. I do book reviews and interviews with amazing people. Keep up the great work. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.